The tough realities cops face every day of their working lives are profiled on American Detective, Thursday on CHCH TV 11.
Newsroom 11, update.
Another half and half kind of day in store for tomorrow. The first half, clouds and showers. The second half, the sunshine, slightly cooler temperatures. Details at 11.
Okay, come clean. Do you watch soap operas on daytime TV? How often? Once a week? One show every day? Or every show every day? Some people set their VCRs to capture each day's episode so they can watch at night after work, or maybe watch a week's worth of shows on Saturday. In universities, you can find huge gatherings of students watching As the World Turns or The Young and Restless. When the pressures of learning and preparing for our futures become too great, students rest their minds on the trials of their favorite heroes and villains. What's the appeal of the soaps? Well, for many viewers, it's just mental popcorn. But serious fans enter into a kind of vicarious relationship with the characters. They care about them. As they watch day after day, they begin to think they know the people on the screen. While viewers may live in an uncertain world, the soap characters are comfortably predictable. You can learn to guess their feelings and attitudes as each new disaster arises. And because of the constant watching of the shows, viewers start to identify with certain characters. The moral dilemmas they face may be similar to those of the constant viewer, who uses soap operas to work out his or her own problems from a safe distance. Each time a problem is solved, the viewer probably says, "That was the right thing to do," or "I would have handled it much better." At least the viewer wouldn't have had to pause for a commercial break before they made their move. With Headways, I'm Dr. Jim Ricks.
A hijacker's fate is at stake as Sean Penn and Martin Sheen star in the drama Judgment in Berlin. Sunday at 9 on the Movies 11. When the tension heats up, so does the action in Sparta, Mississippi, a quiet southern town. In the heat of the night, this fall on Channel 11. The Heights, Wednesdays, starting August 26th. This fall,
Honorable men make mistakes. Great men own up to them.
a medieval lord faces trouble from outside and within.
How many times have I told you? Not in the castle!
Sorry, Father.
This is a story of adventure, intrigue, and romance. Covington Cross, something very special, August 25th. Where else but on Channel 11?
Try not to destroy the place while I'm gone.
Prime Time Live, Thursday nights, starting September 3rd.
Newsroom 11, update.
The chief UN peacekeeper is in Sarajevo, hammering out a deal that could completely end the devastating shelling in that city. We'll have details tonight on Newsroom.
Covington Cross, special preview Tuesday, August 25th.
There was a time when we watched all of a TV program because changing the channel meant we had to get up out of our easy chair and flick the dial. Not anymore. Remote controls like this one have changed the way we watch television. In effect, the program is a pastiche of everything that's on. Unfortunately, that means that we become conditioned to a shorter and shorter attention span. We lose our ability to stay with anything that's not highly visual. Does the show require any sustained attention or thought? Zap, on to the next channel. Well, who are the biggest zappers? Men are more likely to zap than women, and young adults do more zapping than older adults. Zappers seem to collect more remote control channel selectors, do less planning of their TV viewing, and are more likely to watch shows they don't watch regularly. They also fish around a lot more before settling on one thing. Once they do settle, zappers are less likely to watch a show from start to finish. Children of zappers tend to zap more than children of non-zappers. And people who zap a lot tend to use TV as an accompaniment to other activities around the household. Zapping is actually a kind of addiction. You get an immediate hit every time you press the button. If you don't get a full hit, you press again. Sometimes you end up pressing just because you get a sense of power from making the pictures change. It's hard to fight new technology, but maybe we should throw these things away before our attention span is reduced to 3 seconds, and only that much if we're shown an exciting picture. With Headways, I'm Dr. Jim Ritz.
I'm Sam Donaldson in Washington. This fall, I hope you'll join Diane Sawyer and me for Primetime Live, Thursdays at 10 here on Channel 11.
Night Heat, tomorrow.
The press declares that Missing Persons may be the best new drama of the season. And Daniel J. Travanti is tremendously good. If you missed its brilliant debut on ABC, you have a second chance. The series premiere of Missing Persons, Thursday at 8, 7 Central.
If you're a woman or there's a woman you love, a program you don't want to miss. What you need to know about breast cancer with Linda Ellerby.
The truth about breast cancer is that most of us live.
Stories of courage and survival, an ABC News special Tuesday.
Just 4 days till Super Sunday.
She is something.
Meet Lois Lane.
I hope you didn't make dinner plans.
Meet Clark Kent.
I am all yours.
Now meet Superman.
Sounds like you made quite an impression on you.
This is Lois and Clark.
Look at you. You're a mess.
And this is Lois and Superman.
There's something between us. There's this connection.
The first love triangle with just 2 people.
Or a strange one, Clark Kent.
Am I?
Lois and Clark premieres Sunday at 8, 7 Central.
The Barbara Walters special will continue in a moment.
You've heard of sexual harassment on the job, but what about when it happens to a man? When he accused her of pressuring him for sex, he won his case and made legal history. And the last American POW to leave Vietnam, accused of aiding the enemy. He says he saw Americans left behind. He went back. We'll show you what he found. 2020, Friday.
This Eyewitness News Brief is brought to you by Factory Sleep Shop.
Good evening. I'm Keith Radford.
And I'm Kathleen Layton. Coming up tonight on Eyewitness News at 11, Buffalo residents try to keep the prostitutes and their customers out of their neighborhood. Paul Holly reports. Also, another German tourist is killed in Miami. We'll have a live interview from Florida to talk about this latest violence.
And her career is a tapestry of tightly woven hits. Carole King comes to shade. Will Jim Kelly be able to play on Sunday? John has sports, and Tom checks out the 5-day forecast. Join us at 11.
Watch The Golden Girls tomorrow at 4 and 4:30 on News Channel 7.
Walter Tatum needed a secretary.
Low pay, long hours, no benefits.
What he got was Guinevere Cross.
Mr. Taylor has defrauded the Bank of Nice of $2.1 billion.
We need proof this side of the Atlantic. Wire me.
You can't.
You have a better idea?
The secret to a successful undercover operation is as follows. Keep it simple, keep it subtle, keep it quiet. Any questions?
Sort of takes your breath away, don't it?
Moon over Miami.
Now that you mention it, yeah.
Premiering 1 week from tonight.
Coming up next on Eyewitness News at 11, a Buffalo neighborhood tries to keep prostitutes off their streets. Paul Holly has our story.
And more violence in Miami. A German tourist is shot to death. We'll have a live interview from Florida and the latest. Will Jim Kelly play on Sunday? John has sports. Tom checks out the forecast. Eyewitness News is up next.
Sunday, September 19th, the comedians stand up for Emmy with Tim Allen, Jay Leno, Paul Reiser, Sinbad, Jerry Seinfeld.
If someone can get Leno $7.92.
And Gary Shandling, the 45th Annual Emmy Awards. Live Sunday, September 19th.
It's a shocking fact. 3 out of 4 teenagers are having sex. On primetime, a mother and daughter confront each other.
You angry at it?
Is it time to insist on birth control? Before you say, not my kid, watch Primetime Thursday.
4 days until Lois and Clark premieres on Super Sunday.
I'm Ted Koppel. Join me for Nightline tonight at 11:35, right after Eyewitness News at 11. Coming up next here on WKBW TV News Channel 7, your hometown team.
The following broadcast of Eyewitness News at 11 is closed caption for the hearing impaired.
Buffalo residents take over a street corner, putting a damper on the business of prostitutes. Good evening. This is Eyewitness News at 11. I'm Kathleen Layton.
And I'm Keith Radford. We begin our look at tonight's top news, weather, and sports with neighborhood concerns about prostitution. Happening tonight, a group of West Side residents say it's fed up with men looking for prostitutes in its neighborhood. So they're out right now trying to do something about it.
Eyewitness News reporter Paul Holly is with the Live Eyes. He's got details. Paul?
Well, Keith and Catherine, we've recently been talking a lot about people taking back their streets from crime. For the most part, though, we've been talking about violent crime. Well, that's only part of the problem here on the Lower West Side. These residents here say their streets have been taken over by prostitutes and by guns. Well, tonight, as you can see behind me, a group of residents here says it's beginning to fight back. We got to do our nightly patrol. These people are taking to the streets, going out on foot, trying to eliminate a problem they say has been getting out of control. Parts of the Lower West Side have seen a dramatic increase in prostitution in recent years. John Cromwell is one of the organizers of this watch patrol, one which Cromwell hopes will help keep hookers and the Johns away from his neighborhood and keep this area from becoming a red light district.
We've been putting up with women being picked up by their Johns in this neighborhood for the last 2 years. We needed to come out and make a more visible statement that we don't want to have this continue on any longer, that the Johns really aren't welcome in this neighborhood anymore.
Every week, sometimes several times during the week, of a major park come storage facilities for boats.
A square containing garden, seating, and a fountain is proposed to overlook the park and marina. A walkway and fishing platform are to be added to the outer breakwall. A pedestrian bridge is planned to link the East Park area with the beach and play areas to the west. Redevelopment of the inner harbor and additional parking would be part of the picture.
I think I like it the way it is. Yeah, it's hard to imagine many more people here. All the cars generally spoil a neighborhood. You know, the density of traffic moving in and out, I think will make it much different than what it is today.
It's a wonderful and very worthwhile project. I'm skeptical as to whether the bulk of the money should come from property taxes, from regional property taxes. If private enterprise came along and said, hey, we'll spend 14 or 11